Welcome to the Courtside Coffee Podcast, your spot for highly caffeinated tennis conversation. I'm your host, Merlisa, and in today's episode, we're going to be talking about what makes a player a one-hit wonder. Right now, there are several female tennis players who've won just one Grand Slam title. You've got Sofia Kenin, Coco Gauff, Sloane Stephens, Elena Rybakina, Marketa Vondrousova, Helena Ostapenko, and Barbora Krejcikova. But if I asked you to name a young female tennis star, born in Canada, who has Romanian ancestry, who shocked the world when she won the U.S. Open but hasn't done much since, most people would probably say you're talking about Emma Raducanu. But I could easily be talking about Bianca Andreescu. However, Bianca doesn't get nearly as much criticism as Emma. Why?
What is truth? What is false? What is reality?
Why is Raducanu often labeled a one-hit wonder while Andreescu is not? Let's start with a bit of background about these two stars. Emma, the British sensation, burst onto the scene of the 2021 U.S. Open. As a qualifier, she defied all odds when won the tournament without dropping a single set. A remarkable feat, right? But since that high, Raducanu has struggled with injuries and inconsistency, leading some to label her as a one-hit wonder. On the other hand, we have Bianca. The Canadian prodigy made headlines when she won the 2019 U.S. Open, defeating none other than Serena Williams in the final. Bianca's run to the title was impressive, marked by her tenacity and resilience. Despite facing her own battles with injuries, Andreescu hasn't faced the same one-hit wonder narrative as Raducanu. So why the difference? First, let's talk careers. Emma's 2021 U.S. Open victory was her first major title, and she was just 18 years old. Following her win, the expectations skyrocketed. The British media, known for their intensity, held her as the next big thing. But since then, Raducanu's career has been hampered by injuries and early exits from tournaments. She's been withdrawing from stuff, complaining about blisters. It's just not been good. To make matters worse, she's on runways, cover of magazines, and people talk about her like she's an influencer more than a tennis player. In contrast, Bianca's journey to the top was gradual. Before her U.S. Open win, she already had made her mark by winning the Indian Wells title in 2019. Her path included notable victories over top players, and she demonstrated a consistent level of high performance throughout that year. Even after her major win, although injuries have kept her from maintaining a consistent presence on the tour, her early achievements helped build a more robust career foundation. Now, media attention and hype play crucial roles in shaping public perception. Raducanu, being British, has been under intense spotlight. The British press can be relentless. They haven't had many champions there. They had their new champion, and she's getting great endorsements, but way more hype in the British press, scrutinizing her. She's also had a problem with coaches, a lot of turnover in her coaches. I think she's gone through 6 coaches already. That's more coaches than Venus and Serena had combined in their entire careers. Her rapid rise and the immediate pressure to replicate her success also added to the narrative. Andreescu, meanwhile, benefited from a different kind of media environment. The Canadian press, while enthusiastic, was perhaps less intense, more forgiving. Her gradual rise and the variety of her success before the U.S. Open helped buffer some of that attention. Also, who she beat. Raducanu has a victory over Serena Williams, but it was after Serena had already announced her retirement. Both of them beat Serena after her pregnancy, but when Bianca beat Serena, Serena was ranked number 8. Raducanu still does not have a win over someone in the top 20 in her entire career. So that adds to people calling her a one-hit wonder. Let's consider their styles and presence on the court. Raducanu's game is marked by her precision and composure, which was stunningly effective during her U.S. Open run. That was also the COVID U.S. Open, so things weren't normal. There was no crowd to even get to the players. However, sustaining that level of play for her under constant scrutiny, it's just been hard. Andreescu, known for her power and versatility coupled with a fierce competitive spirit, made a lasting impression. Recently, they both played on grass court tournaments in the lead up to this year's Wimbledon. Andreescu, you saw her doing lots of slicing, dicing, and the power, so her variety, and she beat Naomi Osaka, which is a heavier lift than the players that Emma beat, which I think were ranked 200 and something, maybe outside the top 100. Raducanu she reached the semifinals in hers, but again, the semifinals after you just beat 2 players who aren't ranked anything, not as impressive, and then she also got a walkover. In conclusion, the one-hit wonder label for Raducanu and not for Andreescu boils down to several factors: the rapid and unexpected nature of Raducanu's rise, the relentless British media pressure, and the contrast in their career trajectories and media environments. While both players have faced significant challenges post their U.S. Open victories, the narrative surrounding them have been shaped by these key differences. So what do you think? Is it fair that Raducanu gets labeled one-hit wonder while we have tons of players who've only won one slam and they don't all get that label?
What is truth? What is false? What is reality?
Well, that's a wrap for this week. Thanks for joining me today on Courtside Coffee. For more tennis insights and commentary, please check us out on Substack. And also you can find this podcast on Spotify. Please subscribe, leave a review, and share your thoughts on today's topic. Until next time, stay caffeinated and keep on brewing.